Ooh, it's a warm one out there today. It's probably not hot to some of your guys' standards, but from what I'm used to, it's warm. Kind of a bittersweet day. I'm heading out to the shop to start cleaning stuff up, my welding shop. As you know, like, the videos are very few and far between of me being out there, because I never go out there anymore. It's kind of a, it's half an hour away. It's on the other side of the city, the other direction where I never go. I'm paying rent on the shop for like a couple years. I used to use it all the time. I used to work out of the shop like commercially, and it was good. It was good, but now it's just kind of run its course. So I'm going out there today to clean up all just the crap and get all my skidoo parts cleaned up and just get all the mess cleaned up and out of there. And then sometime this week, me and Haley are going to show up with 2 trucks, 2 trailers, load up the forklift, the welding machine, steel table, everything, and just move out of there. I think the plan is I'm going to get a big 40-foot high top sea can and put it out at the farm, and then that'll be my new headquarters. So it's bittersweet. I'm going to miss that shop like heck in the wintertime. I know that, because I can fit my welding truck in there and work on it. That shop, it's cool in the summer, it's cool in the summer, warm in the winter with that natural gas heater. Like, it is handy, but it's too far out of the way, and I just can't justify paying for it anymore for the amount of times I go out there. So that's life. Just moving on. Holy crap, I forgot all about this thing. I forgot it was even here. Oh well, I'll haul that home and get that running, I guess. And yeah, so yeah, all snowmobile parts and snowmobile are going to get hauled home. I'm going to shove them in my garage. That's the plan for the day. So yeah, a torch, oxyacetylene, C25, argon, a spool gun. Got the old Miller Shopmaster here. Right, she's got the constant voltage for wire feed, constant current for stick, and got the AC for aluminum. The old high frequency box that you can do a high frequency start for welding just stainless or mild steel or whatever. It's a high frequency start, or you can have continuous high frequency for aluminum. And the dual head wire feeder here, it's dual shield flux core, and then MIG wire. So she's, I'm pretty set up for the welds. 300 amp machine. It's sweet. That thing welds nice. And there's the old drill press. So that's the old forklift. See, the ceiling is, what is it, 12 foot I think at that side, and it tapers down. So it's only a single stage mast. So I can pick it up high enough to set stuff on this table, but that's about it. Mostly when I'm carrying stuff around, that mast is like almost scraping on the roof. So not ideal, but it was working. I kind of don't want to move out of here, but I have to. I'm just paying. I'm paying for it every month for no reason. And the forklift ran out of propane. Classic maneuver. Alright, got my propane filled. Oh man, it's always something when I head up to this shop. That's why I don't feel so bad about moving out of this shop, but there's always something. It's always a hassle when I go there. There's always something going on. Alright. Got a Ultra 680 here. we got a few parts. That's the first load. I'll come back tomorrow for the motorcycle and clean up, and then tomorrow evening maybe we'll come with the trailer and get everything else. I think there's a bit of work to do on this sled, eh? Super duper welding skid here. I just got my C25 and oxygen in there, but usually that's 2 oxygen bottles. And then you can strap 2 acetylene to the back. And then there's a fancy whoop, that swings shut. The welding cable's wrapped around there. Whoop. And then, so you put it up in the back of your truck. This is a work table. And that folds up. Secure it here. That's right. I never got around to finishing it, but I wanted to put a lock on there. So you fold it up and lock it, and then people can't use your machine. They don't got access to the plugs or to the cables. The cables are locked up, the oxygen bottles are locked up. And then you got a toolbox on the side there. I built this when I was doing the underground tunnel boring, so I could leave my machine on site and no one would screw with it. This fits nicely right in the back of my half ton, so I can work. I've actually used it, jobbing around just with my half ton with that skid on the back. It's pretty slick. There's some old school stuff right there. That's not even available these days. That's a high frequency arc starter that goes along with one of these old girls. An old, it's a big single phase transformer welder, 300 amp from the 80s. Old school, man, but that's the good stuff. That's from the 80s. 30 years from now, all these new inverter machines, they're not going to exist. They're all going to be thrown in the dump. That's the stuff that works all the time and lasts forever, boys. There's no suitcase from the 80s. This is a bit newer, the dual feed wire feeder, but. So yeah, we're coming tomorrow with 2 trucks and 2 trailers. I figured while I was here, I might as well get a bit of a jump on things. Now I gotta head out to a fella's place and borrow a trailer and to meet Haley at his brother's house. And his brother's borrowing a big skid steer, and we're gonna load up that lathe, bring the lathe to Haley's, unload everything, and tomorrow morning come back here in full force and get everything else from the shop. So of course, borrowed trailer. See the big groove in the tire? I was ripping down the highway. I noticed when I hooked onto the trailer, I did a walk around, I noticed that fender was bent in. Looks like it was close to the tire. So I get bombing down the highway, look at my rearview mirror, and there's a fog of blue smoke. And that was rubbing on there, so I got a pair of crappy seized up vice grips I found and bent it out a bit. Yeah, gosh. Well, alright, I guess we're rolling again. Always something, man. Always something. It's doing it. Wow.
My car was right before I got in.
Alright, it's coming in to unload some stuff into that shed, and I hit that old air compressor, and boom! Blew my tire. Sweet, yeah! Blown tires. That was my good tire that I put on this winter. Dang it. Oh yeah, that'll do it right there. I hate tires. Tires are the worst thing for me. Dang, tires suck. Okay, alright. Got hours of driving today. Still got a long day ahead. We gotta return that skid steer that's an hour away. And from the skid steer to the shop, from an hour, so that's 2 hours. Right now, before we even get to the shop, it's just pure driving. At least it's a nice day. It was just pouring rain this morning. Tore the tire off my truck. Had to fix that trailer to get the skid steer loaded. Yeah, nothing's ever too easy, is it? That's okay. Gives the guy something to do. Now things are getting serious. Got the 1-ton diesel and the gooseneck trailer on deck here. Getting that forklift on was sketchy. Getting there.
Yeah, I don't know. This probably was all his wood.
Yeah, I think it was. That's it. Wow. There we go. Heading back to the farm with the last load. Another hour-and-a-half drive, so that's it. I'm out of the shop. It's a relief knowing that I don't have to pay for the shop anymore. That's another just bit of a financial strain that's been lifted, right? Because I used to work out of the shop and profit off the shop, but I don't really so much anymore. But now I can set up headquarters out at the farm, so I have a place to go. So, like I said, it sucks in a way. I'm going to miss it this winter, but really, the handful of times I've been out there in the past year and a half, it's just not worth it. I was saying if I would have bought this, if I would have bought a C-Can last year when I was talking about it, it would have paid for itself by now. So I don't know if I'm going to get a C-Can right away. I'll have to kind of check out the financials, but there's that. Lots of driving in the past couple of days between the lathe and the farm and the shop. It's been driving steady for a couple of days here, but we got the forklift on that float. It was the ramps were barely wide enough. It's just like half of the tires, not even half the tires, fit on the rams because the rams wouldn't slide in skinny enough. So Haley was going to call it quits and say, come back with the other trailer tomorrow. And I'm like, no, it's going to be like a day of driving. It's an hour and a half each way. Plus, if we got to return the trailer, it's an hour from Haley's house. So that's 6 hours there. Then home, so that's 7 hours load the trailer to there. That's a solid 8-hour day just to get the forklift. So I'm like, we're not doing that, man. We're getting her on. So we took a come along, put it between the ramps and cranked them as tight together as we could and barely squeezed the forklift on, and it works. So big day. Still got all this to unload, but I moved out of the shop. No more dingy, dark, damp welding shop. So that's that. All right. Bit of a rainy night, but it's a nice day now. Haley did some bush hogging here. He's got a piece of 1/2-inch plate. He's gonna lay on those ramps and hopefully just drive the forklift off. And get this crap unloaded for once and for all. Fired up the old 300 a while ago. Fired right up. We're running like a dream. Can't wait to get this crap unloaded. How's that for a safe setup? Oh yeah. It'll boost this thing every time. Wow. Got to take the garbage to the dump and got to unload some steel at a later date. And there we go. Skids on the truck. Everything's where it needs to be. I'm going to try to drive this through those muddy ruts. Oh, come on. I wasn't even home yet from moving my stuff, and I was about 10 minutes from home, and I got called into work, so away I go, doing something. I think it's all welding, I don't know, hopefully it's not too bad. It's well, I got to meet at the shop at 2:30 and be on site for 3 this afternoon, so hopefully I'm not working half tonight, but I guess whatever, it doesn't really matter. I'll see what's going on. All right, have a good one, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.